So I follow this guy named Justice23, and he does these videos called Texas Prison Talk, right? And he paints a fair and accurate representation of what it kind of looks like inside of a maximum security penitentiary, because that's kind of where he did time, apparently. And he did a whole bunch of years in SEG, and he's doing these videos on administrative segregation, which is like solitary confinement, right? Like, to the lay person, that's what you may consider that. And I do have some experience with administrative segregation myself, not as an offender, but as a correctional officer, right? And so, like, I think I'm going to make a few little videos and shit too myself to kind of, you know, if you ever want to know what it feels like or looks like through the eyes of a boss, because it is not easy on the inmates out there, but I'll tell you what's not easy on the bosses either. You know, I was one man on the 5-man team out there. So that's the guys, like, if you watch those lockup shows and they got these cell extractions and things that they do, you know, anytime there's like a crisis, they call the team in and we have to run off into a cell. I was the guy with the shield at the front of the line, you know, and we're all dressed up in like these Ninja Turtle outfits. And, you know, we had to get people out their cell, and they may be covered in shit or lotion or have a fan motor or a typewriter rod that makes a real good boss kebab, you know what I mean? So, I mean, there's its own unique pressures and stress and shit just working out there. So I think I'm going to do a couple little videos, and I think the very first video that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of explain where I'm from, because I could have very easily been incarcerated myself, because I grew up very poor and shit like that. But I'll talk about that in the next video. And I'm going to tell you in my next video what an inmate had told me when I was training. And I mean, and it's valuable information. So I hope people listen to it. And you know, I'm going to tell you, like, my videos are nothing but respect, right? And it's nothing but my perspective from working out there and where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if we don't have nothing else in common, neither one of us wanted to be in that situation. Neither one of us want to be incarcerated, and I damn sure didn't want to work there. That's why I left there, and I started helping people in a psychiatric hospital where I taught classes. I taught classes about the court system to people that were incompetent, and then I went on to get my social worker's degree a little bit later after that. So I'm actually a social worker now, you know what I mean? But, so, yeah, I'm going to make some videos too. I'm going to, I don't know, I'll think of a little name like Texas Prison Talk from the viewpoint of a boss, you know what I mean? But all right, y'all, like, it's nothing but respect. So if anybody comments, I just keep it respectful, because I mean, that's something else we all got in common, man. Respect, you know what I mean?